Welcome to the workshop.
Welcome back.
In this video, we're going to be venting.
My name is Oliver, and this is my dad, Andrew. He's a wicked engineer and my next door neighbour. We've always wanted to build a car together. So when I found my dream car in nightmare condition, we decided to embrace it, seize the day and re-engineer the entire car from scratch.
Well, it's looking more and more like a car every single day. A K20 A2 from a Honda.
And make your own gear knob kit. There you go.
This might take a while.
Things don't always go to plan. But when they do, it's a thing of beauty. Building a car and making memories with my dad. One of one, this is Project Mosquito.
Oh, that's definitely stiffened it up.
Yeah.
We can recline it, can't we? Yeah, we'll have to chop down these bolts. They're going to be annoying, aren't they? Oh, touching your... No.
No? Bit more. Hang on, to me a bit. Right.
I got it. We have to put our bend in the middle now.
On this episode's budget, 4 new pencils.
You're trying to ruin me.
Yeah. I'll make this flange here massive, a lot bigger than we need.
Yeah. So this will be our top for the radiator. Rather than trying to bend this because it has a
because it has a bend in it. Obviously, you're not going to be able to bend it over without cutting it, at least somewhat. So we've made a top.
Won't need to go 90.
And if this seems like a lot of work for a 2-litre normal aspirated car, just remember that this car will have, if we get this all right, roughly the same, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, power to weight ratio than a Ferrari F40, which is obviously space frame chassis, all carbon fibre bodied supercar. That's famous for being a bit twitchy, innit? But it won't have lag, obviously. There'll be no turbo lag. This will be twitchy, but in a different way.
That won't really do it, will it?
Yeah. Right on the edge. It's not going to fit now, is it? We're going to have to just start chopping.
I can just offer it up. Just
That's better than I thought.
Yeah, we're going to come back a long way, aren't we? So
Yeah, we need to take off a slice off the bottom here, don't we? As you predicted.
yeah. So now we need to fasten that to that. This must make riveting TV.
Ha!
Right, so if we'll finish this off, then we can cut that off.
Yep. Well, do you want to chop that off now before we finish this off? Because it make manhandling it easier, won't it?
Yeah, we're even trimming the flanges on this aluminium because there's no point dragging that much aluminium around with us.
Yeah, there were quite a few comments saying that we should put the washer bottle in the nose, right? The thing is that that's in front of the front wheel axle centre line. So, no. We want to keep as much of our weight within the wheelbase as we can. Anything in front of the front axle is not a good thing, really. The radiator is alright because it's necessary, and this doesn't weigh anything, but the less weight we can have outside of the wheelbase, the better.
And also we will be fitting twin electric fans.
Yes.
The slimline ones, one to either side of the V. That's we were fabricated in this aluminium.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't realise that we're putting fans in it. It's a road car, it has to have fans. But they don't have to be kind of super strong fans. They just have to gently move air through it. It's more important that when they're turned off, which for a lot of their life they will be turned off, because they'll be thermostatic, that the air flows well through them. But yeah, you need fans on a road car, any road car. So that is the final angle of our radiator. It lives there now.
Yeah. So we know we've got our angle, we know where everything sits. We need to continue, we'll rivet the rest of this top panel on.
Yep.
And then we'll start to make the sides.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's no rigidity in it because it's just two 90-degree angle bends at the moment, here and here. So there's no actual rigidity in it. We want to make it rigid, but also still need to make it a crushable area. It's got it in place now. It's all where it should be.
Yeah, and we'll add more when we buy some.
We can add some more. Add some tomorrow morning when we nip back to the shop.
because if you remember, our coolant lines run through here and up, and so it has to be able to connect to the top of the radiator. There you go. So you won't be getting any air trapped around your pipe because you've got relief around the back of the pipe.
And obviously we'll have to overlay this hole so that it's a straight run.
Yeah, straight run down like that. This is the wrong angle, but you get the idea. And then it'll get a rubber grommet around the bottom and a rubber grommet around the top. It really doesn't weigh much. Just over 1 kilo, maybe? Which is not so bad at all. Like I say, ideally you want as little weight forward of your front wheels as possible. But you got to put a radiator somewhere, haven't you? Now, currently our Bernoulli is more of a bruh. And we need to add the Newly. Because obviously air gets rammed in here and hopefully it never actually touches the back here. Hopefully it gets pulled out and away long before it ever gets anywhere near the back of the duct. And it gets pulled this way. But now we need to make the place for it to get pulled to. So our next port of call is our bottleneck in here, which if you watched last week's video, you'll know that our bottleneck is crucial to the design of our radiator because of the Bernoulli effect. It means that as the air travels down here, instead of kind of getting jammed up in your wheel well as you might imagine, it's actually going to speed up and stretch out, sucking air from the front of our radiator core. And our bottleneck needs to be 25% of our core area. But we need to package it around our front tyre. And we also need to make sure that it comes past the front face of the tyre. Because you've got a nice low pressure, fast moving air in here, you want to make sure that it's not going to suck air from the front of the front tyre. So we need to get our air past the front of the tyre, but we also need to leave enough room for the tyre to deform at speed.
So you want to cut that out? And we'll,
I mean, it could actually expand downward a little bit if we wanted to.
You what?
We could expand the whole thing. You could actually put a bit of a roll on this edge and lower these down a little bit to give us more volume.
What, down like that you mean? Put a crease in it?
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
As long as it's away from steering arm.
Yeah. Well, you're working in verticals, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
well, it's just a matter of putting a bend in that flange there.
Yeah.
So if you cut that off...
And we can make 2 of them.
Yeah. So, if we just put a...
Remember your flange.
A flange.
If you've bent the... Have you bent it the wrong way?
Yeah. I'll live this side.
Guess what? It becomes the other side. Will it do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you're wondering what the piece of wood does, bending it with a piece of wood like this means that it applies roughly even pressure across the thing. Otherwise, you end up with 2 tight edges and loads of slack in the middle. I shouldn't say, did you bend it the wrong way? Did we bend it the wrong way?
Yeah, yes, you did. So this gives us our bottom edge. So the air cut now comes round through the radiator, round this way, down, and then through the wishbone.
And we've got plenty of room. Even if we put a 205 tyre on, we'd still have plenty of room. So that's all right.
Yep.
And we're out of the way of the steering track rod end as well.
The steering arm, track rod ends, everything. Yeah, that's free to move up and down, ain't compromising anything.
The only thing that we're actually going to guide air around is this suspension mount here. This is going to get flanged and this will be separate. But other than that, everything else is just what it is.
Obviously, we're just using nuts and bolts just to mock it all up.
Because we've run out of pot rivets.
We've run out of pot rivets.
Well, as far as big visual changes go, I think that's pretty significant.
Yep, there really is actually in its correct position now. It's at its correct longitude and latitude.
Yeah, right angle and everything. It looks like a thing. Like, obviously, a long way to go yet.
Yeah, we've still got the side vents to put in and one or two other things.
But it's promising.
Yes.
Yes. And my favourite bit of the entire thing so far is this curve round the back here. I don't know why. It just, since we've trimmed the flange, it looks proper.
Yeah.
And like I can just imagine it with the inner wheel wells in and with the spare tyre in and all that.
Yep.
That'll look absolutely mint. And I like how the radiator tube comes up out rather than being like a separate tactile thing.
Yep. And it's all super serviceable. We've left, obviously, for maintenance and stuff like that, we've took a long time to design things so we can actually get at things.
Yeah. Because
there's nothing worse than you put something together and it's a nightmare.
No, everything we design is designed to be serviced, so that's not an issue. But speaking of wonderfully designed things, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Andy Wood, Alex Bottomley and Doug Schott, who are our Slicks tier Patreon members and has helped us make the video you are currently watching, along with all of our other many wonderful patrons.
Thank you, guys.
If you were interested, there is a link in the description where you can find out more. But if you'd like to help us for free, there's always the like button, located conveniently next to the subscribe button.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, and if you were as eager as me to watch this all play out and see this like finished, then make sure, if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah, I might be tired. Yeah, then make sure that you are subscribed if you're not already. Thank you all for watching. Please be awesome to each other, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye. Oh, and if we've hit 15,000 subscribers, right?
So thanks to you guys.
It's all thanks to you guys, and you're amazing. We're for once, we're slightly ahead on videos, and yeah, we're about to hit it any moment now. So I'm just saying thank you, because if I miss and you don't hear, whatever.
Yeah,
all right.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Bye.